Hello, my lovely PowerCats, and today is a new video, of course, but it's a different variety. For the longest time, I've been wanting to make a video of just about everything that's led to my life so far, like not my entire life, just me starting my channel when I first did that back in 2018 to now, just so what's happened that I thought was kind of important, and it's just also important just to vent it out and stuff. Like I know other YouTubers do this too, so I thought I was well. I made this script for this back in December of 2021 for the 21st to the 25th. I did that. Yeah, so last month I turned 22, and it was kind of a surreal thing for me because I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. It was just kind of mind blowing in a way. I never thought I'd be here, um, be here this far right now or any of that. I went from a Illinois-born kid. I was born in Mattoon, to someone who lived in West Virginia till I was 18, to a college student that is back in the state that I was born in. When I left West Virginia back in 2018, a few weeks after my junior year of high school was over, I felt amazing. Like a cloud lifted, and I was better for it. To be honest, if I had to stay in the other state, I don't think things would have ended well for me. When I moved back here, I was finally able to do all the things I wanted to do, albeit later than sooner. I started my YouTube channel, which I wanted to do when I was 13, back in 2013, but I didn't have the resources. I started my channel in 2018 with the help of a YouTuber that I like. His name is Darkness Concept. Well, his pen name is Darkness Concept. He hasn't posted anything in a while because life has happened and stuff. But his channel's pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. Back on my original Twitter account, there'd be also oftentimes where he'd message me and be like, "Hey, what game do you think I should play? This one or that one?" And I'd always choose and stuff. It was really cool. I really enjoyed being around, talking to him and stuff. We aren't the best friends, but we are friends. And both him and his pals Big Mitch, or B Smash, stuff like that. Those two, they helped me and really supportive and talked to me and stuff. There's also a pagan YouTuber called Ocean Keltoy that I watch and still watch because his videos have helped me learn and even form arguments when it comes to paganism and stuff like that. When I found out that he was following my second Twitter account after my other one got locked out, I got locked out of my other one. I was really ecstatic. That's really cool. So Ocean Keltoy, if you're watching, thank you. That's really cool. And Darkness Concept, Big Mitch, all you guys, thank you. I really appreciate y'all. I still do. And same thing goes for Wolf the Red. You're a pretty cool guy too. I know that we don't really talk a whole lot, but yeah. When it came to my channel, I originally wanted to start it because of Markiplier. I used to watch him a lot when I was younger. I got my first tablet. I still have my tablet, but I don't remember the password to it because I don't remember ever setting a password to it. Yeah, it's asking for one, which is really weird. But I'm locked out of it too. But I still have it, and I have a lot of fond memories of me just watching his videos really close to my face with my tablet. It was always the Amnesia, Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, sometimes drunk Minecraft and stuff, or other horror games and stuff that he would play. He really inspired me to be a YouTuber and stuff. I know that I probably will never be as famous as he is, because if you want to be famous, you should have started in 2010, 2013. I started in 2018, so. I was also able to fully embrace my sexuality and my gender identity openly, since I am in a more open-minded area. I met LGBT friends who didn't stab me in the back, and I joined several clubs that I enjoyed being in, which was both my last year of high school. I went to Charleston High School when I was a senior, and then here, a freshman in high school, freshman in college. I should be a junior by now, but reasons I'm a freshman. I also made a lot of friends who are also pagan as well, different types though, and me and him are able to talk and stuff about anything. I was also able to fully embrace my conversion to Norse Reconstructionism without people, mainly fundy Christians, being narcissists to me. I also started like writing on Wattpad and on Archive of Our Own. I embraced my nerd side and wrote and still sort of write Elder Scrolls, Resident Evil, and Fable fanfiction. I haven't written in a long time though because like school has happened and I kind of burnt myself out when it came to writing and stuff. I still post my Wattpad link in my description of my below my channels, but I haven't really updated in a long time because I just burnt myself out. Like I built up too many stories at the same time rather than working on every individual one, and I just kind of just don't really want to do it now. But I might someday. There's the Bell in the series hashtag you can find on Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, and you can see like stuff that I posted there under that hashtag. You can also look it up on Google, and you can find some of my things on there too, which is really cool. I tried this is in 2018, 2019. I tried building my own universe by writing a modern fantasy series, but it didn't work out. It incorporated like Norse folklore, Norse mythology into a modern setting, but I couldn't do it. That and like if I did do it, I didn't want like Rick Riordan being like, "Oh, you're copywriting me" or something like that. So I was eligible to graduate high school early in 2019. Since my credits carried over differently, I had enough that I could like leave. But I was notified of this in October. And I didn't want to like when early graduates graduate in December, and like I didn't want to like bum rush and like stress out to get my grades perfect by November so I could graduate in December. So I decided to like graduate in May with my friends and stuff. Having extra credits like also meant that I could like fail required classes and still pass. Like we had take programming, which is which is a not an elective, but like a actual like fun like you need to have this class. I failed it because I just couldn't understand it, but I still passed, which was amazing, thankfully. I was also able to take more electives than other students too, so that's fun. Then I proved my dad wrong. I graduated high school. Um, yeah, a few days before I left West Virginia, he looked right at me on the porch of our house and said, "I don't think you're gonna graduate, and you're not gonna go to college either." And just yeah, and I graduated high school. I proved him wrong, which was awesome. But like, I wasn't able to like, I wasn't able to like decorate my hat or anything like I wanted to. But still, like, I graduated, and he got mad that I didn't tell him that I graduated, even though he said I wasn't gonna graduate. Um, then like near the mid 2019, I wasn't able to go to college immediately because my father, in the divorce, he signed papers saying that he would help pay for my college because he gets a lot of money, but he refused to pay, and so I had to wait like literally 2 years before I could go to school. Cause like 2019, I was trying to go to school, I couldn't, so I got a job at Walmart. And then in 2020, I wanted to work again. My dad still refused to pay money, even though that's illegal. So we're actually pressing charges against him right now. But then COVID also happened, so the school I was going to switched to online classes. But due to my disability, I need in-person classes. So I was back another year, and now finally in 2021, I was able to go to school. But yeah, I should be a junior. I should be graduating next fall, but I'm not, which kind of sucks. But hey, I'm in school. But in 2019 or 2020, I was interviewed for a podcast episode on Flatline to Beatline, which is hosted by a man who calls himself Nightshade. He's a pagan as well, and I felt great honor to be interviewed. I didn't do so well as I would have hoped, but I still talked to him, and he told me after the interview that he liked my talking. The episode that is called on the catwalk, I believe. You can look it up on Google and be like on the catwalk or fly line to beat line on the catwalk, or whatever. Yeah. And in the year of 2021, I joined a friend of mine to help get the college group RSO. She wanted to get create approved. This was around September, October of this year, 2021, because I got to go to college in August. It's a group dedicated to biracial, multiracial, and bypassing people. We are a small group, but we got approved in November, which is awesome. But we have a few members now. We have traction. Today actually, we after a meeting, we were talking about like ways to like raise money or get our name out there and stuff, which is really cool. Um, we've been facing some backlash though because the BSA doesn't really like want us around. But these are all amazing things that have happened, and it's changed for the better. None of this would have happened if I don't think if I'd stayed in West Virginia. I don't think I would have lived as long to see it. Now it's time to talk about the bad stuff. When I wanted to leave West Virginia, my dad and his family were literally surrounding my friend's truck when I tried to get my stuff in there. Due to my dad being the way he is, I wasn't allowed to take things that I have a very strong connection to. Most of those things being stuffed animals that I had loved and played with since I was a toddler. Many of my favorite ones that I named Sebastian, Cookie, Flop, and Steve. Steve was a giant stuffed crocodile that I named after Steve Irwin. And Sebastian was a Rottweiler stuffed animal that I had since I was like a toddler. I would always play with it and stuff. I named him after a Rottweiler that my mom owned for a little while that passed away. That, and I had to leave a large jewelry box full of things that I hold dear. He made sure to stuff my mom's old clothes in the truck so I wouldn't have as much room, and made sure to like rip up or mark up pictures of me and my parents from before their divorce, and then hand them to me. He also, before my mom left, he also killed a few of our animals. It wasn't like we didn't have any proof of it, but the way he acted towards them and the way they died in the same week was very suspicious. And he even admitted before that he like had thoughts about killing our goat and one of our dogs because the dog kept barking and stuff. But the dog that in question though is blind and deaf. Well, was blind and deaf. He's dead now, but was blind and deaf. So he would just bark because like And the goats, like, he just didn't like goats. And I think he also probably killed one of our cats. Because, like, if you follow me on Facebook, I have 2 pages dedicated to our cats, Spaz and Miss Kitty. And Spaz, like, she went missing a few days before I left the state. And, like, I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, do you know where Spaz is? And my dad's girlfriend was in the room too, and the way she looked at him was like, you need to tell them what happened. But like, she didn't say anything. She just like had this look like you're hiding something. And I don't know, it's just, I wish we could have taken the cats with us because but we couldn't at the same time because reasons. Like, he literally incriminates himself with saying, like, he isn't like, he's like, I don't like that animal, I don't like that cat, I don't like what they do. And he even admitted, like, I would have shot this animal if you hadn't come home. Like, he literally said that before, multiple times, and, like, there's been cases where, like, I've seen him hit our animals, and it's just... This is why I want to talk about it, because it helps me vent, because... It's, like... People who do YouTube do this a lot too because it helps like get the word out there like, hey, people are scummy, like you're not alone, stuff like that. And then like after my dad like said like the few days before I left, my dad's like, oh, you're not gonna go to college, you're not gonna graduate. It's just like he continues to text me all the time, even though the police are actively looking for him because he's refusing to pay college, even though he signed a paper saying he would. And he keeps like dead naming me. He keeps like acting like he didn't do anything wrong to me. And when I confront him about stuff, he acts like my mom is like lying to me and like acts like that I don't know what's going on when I do. And it's just, yeah, like just then after I graduated high school, like I said before, he refused to like pay money, so I had to work for 2 years when I could have been in school at Walmart, which severely like it made my memory worse. Like I have a hard time like remembering things now before I did before. And it also just made my mood worse. It also made like my body worse too, cause like I was in marching band for the longest time, and like my back, knees, and other parts of my body are messed up because of it. And then working at Walmart made it worse. So I have back problems now. I'm only 22. So, yeah. Again, like those 2 years of me working at Walmart, I had to deal like with people like just being really rude to me because like retail jobs. My own supervisor was really rude to me. It's just not a very fun place to work at. And then like my second boyfriend, who also worked there, like he only wanted me around for like a specific thing, if you get my meaning, and then like he just started ignoring me after that. And then he was flirting with a girl I work with too, so that was wonderful while we were still dating. And I don't know. And like near the end of 2019, before the cursed year of 2020, my original Twitter account, Cory PowerCat, if you like look it up, you'll see that one like with the knight with the non-binary flag behind them. That's my original account. I had to take over my other one that my mom made actually. Um, yeah, I said a word on there, a bad word on there, and then like it thought that I was like being hacked, so it locked me out of my account. And the thing is though, like I don't remember the password for that account, so like, I can't get back in there. So, cause I was trying to like reclaim it, but like before I could like be like, oh, reset password, it would like loop again, and it like would be like, oh, you're being hacked. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not being hacked. It just wouldn't let me like reset my password so I could I could get it back. So I don't have that account anymore. It's still up there. It's still around. It's just like I can't get on there anymore. But I have my other account, which is okay. I also found out that my two Tumblr accounts, this in 2021 that I've had since 2017, they're not verified. So like, I have a backup account just in case. So that's nice. Now that I'm in college, I face stress to no end, but it's nothing as bad as what I've experienced before with life and stuff. And like, all of the things that have happened occurred for a reason, and it helped me grow and learn more than about the world that I'm in. It helped me connect with two other people. I wouldn't be as healthy as I am if I had stayed in the other states. I also wouldn't be as happy as I am now. Me and my ex-boyfriend started talking again. We broke up back in like 2017, 2018 because like reasons that weren't like because of us. It's just our parents don't like each other. But we're talking again. And that's really nice. I was talking to a guy that I met on campus back in August. But as you saw from the other video, it didn't work out very well. So, yeah. Which is funny because like he's graduating next year, which is the same year I should be graduating in, but he's graduating next year. But if he's still in band, I'm gonna be in band next year with him and just be like, haha, I'm here. You have to deal with me. Yeah. And then like back in September, if you saw the other video that I posted, Sister Sydney and Brother Jed appeared along with a few other people, and that was a whole fiasco. I found out that Vice, the website Vice, they made a whole video about it that I didn't see until today because in my group meeting, we were talking about people that were in it and stuff. I'm like, really? After all of how long that video is, I'm not even in it, and I was literally yelling quotes from the Poetic Edda hoping that like they would like look at me, which they did, because they were like, "What are you talking about?" I was explaining it to them, and it was just a whole fiasco. But one of the people that was there traveling with them, her name was Tabitha, I believe, and like she genuinely wanted to know about my religion, which is really cool. Like I wish more people would be like that, you know. And we had a good conversation. I really enjoyed that. And another thing I want to talk about, um, before the video ends is just like mental health and stuff. I know it's generic, but like my anxiety has been shot all to pieces being in college and stuff, and like I've had a lot of breakdowns, but like I don't know why this thing triggered me. I know everyone experiences anxiety attacks differently, but like near the end of like December, I found out that the internet isn't actually forever, and like everything on it eventually will be erased and stuff. Well, not erased, but just like will be obsolete. Like everything that like we're putting out there eventually won't be here anymore. And that like really like upset me because like the whole point of like not a whole point, but just like what I part of the thing I do on here on YouTube is like post pagan related videos and like videos of like my life and stuff from like different time periods and stuff. And it's just like I leave that behind for like people to watch and be like, oh, that's I can learn from this, or like, oh, that's cool. And then like other people who post like vlogs and stuff like that, it just makes me feel like that all the things that we're doing is for nothing because it's eventually just gonna be gone. You know what? You know how if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it just really upset me because it's like we're doing all this for nothing, and that really upset me. But I realized that I'm not the only one that's going to go through that. Like literally every person is going to like probably be obsolete one day, and what matters is right now, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's just what matters is what's going on right now. And I was also having like anxiety attacks over pictures because like I like taking pictures because like I have a memory issue, so like pictures help me remember stuff. And um I burn off a lot of my photos to my laptops and stuff. And like I got panicked because I was like some of them are on hard drives, and like hard drives don't really last that long. So I was like, oh my god, all my photos on this hard drive are gonna like just like evaporate or something. Like I was freaking out over that. But I'm like, if you treat a hard drive well, it's probably gonna last a little longer. Like the photos on it too will probably be okay and stuff. So it's like, you know, like I still have time to like, because the photos in question though are from like 2019 that I put on the hard drive. So like, I could probably still take those off sometime. It's just, you know, might be a little harder because you know the hard drive's old and stuff. But you know, I can take them off still and put them onto a disc and keep them and like print them out one day and stuff. It was just that, and it's just yeah, a lot of stuff has happened from 2018 to now, and it's just it keeps happening. It's really interesting. Um, yeah. I went to my first drag show in October of this year, of 2021. Really cool. I really enjoyed that. I wasn't in it, but I watched it and stuff on campus. And then of course during spring break I went to Duloc and helped out a lot of people there. A lot of people there are Native American, so I'm like, oh, people like me, even though I'm white passing, of course, but still. And today actually, I was speaking to my teacher, my criminal justice teacher, about like how the media and people in general kind of ignore hate crimes against Native Americans and stuff like that. And I even wrote an entire essay about it. I have a PDF of, but I can't like share it anywhere because like PDFs are weird. But I wrote an entire essay about it, and she even said, "Hey, I can find some resources about it so we can teach the class." And to me, that was really cool because like, that's a little milestone and like a big step because a lot of people tend to forget about Native people and how like they have hardships as well, and like also been subjected to police brutality and like wrongful imprisonment and stuff like that. And that's really cool. She's like taking the time to like, hey, I'm gonna like look into this more and stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah. Um, I hope this video wasn't too weird for y'all. If you want to follow me on social media, go for it down below. If you want to subscribe, like, share, whatever, comment, go for it. I'll see you tomorrow with more Along the Edge playthroughs and more Skyrim videos. So yeah, take care of yourselves.